Hello everybody, how are you? Just trying to stand up, and welcome to the new waterfront here in Wan Chai, Hong Kong. I hope you're well. Hold on a second, I'm just going to try and get my little picture-in-picture off here. Please wait a moment while I mess with Streamlabs. And I should be back. How are you doing? This is... The camera isn't changing. Flip camera, flip camera. There is a here. Not that way. Let's try this again. Okay, here we go. So I hope you're all doing well. It is Wednesday, midday Wednesday here in Hong Kong on the, what's the date today? Today is the 20th, 21st? It is the 21st of January 2021 here in Hong Kong. And yeah, you will notice here, there is a very empty harbourfront. Right now, we are still, if you're watching live, you know we are still in the middle of a coronavirus pandemic. Hopefully that will be getting better over the next few weeks and months. And I know that a lot of you, you know, if you well, everybody in the world right now is kind of stuck where they are. You can't really travel around, you can't go to different places. So, you know, if any of you wanted to visit Hong Kong, then let me walk around for you. Hopefully you can get a little bit of an insight into what it would be like if you did visit Hong Kong. It probably would be more crowded than this. There's a lot of tourists in areas like this usually. And it is particularly quiet right now. Hold on. Hi, I'm right here. But yeah, I just wanted to take you for a walk around here. This is quite a new section, so this is all under construction. If you do come and visit Hong Kong at any point, this will be bigger, it will be nicer. But this is all very new. And if you look here, like at the railings along the side of here, it's just wires. And that might not seem unusual until you think about what Hong Kong is normally like. If you live in Hong Kong or if you travel to Hong Kong, you will notice that there is kind of an obsession about safety. And by that I mean that there would always be barriers next to the water, like big barriers. We're going to walk over there in a second towards the Convention and Exhibition Centre that you can see right over there in the distance. But Hong Kong, the Hong Kong authorities have kind of an obsession with safety, and you will see barriers everywhere, like next to roads and next to waterfronts and things like that. And you know, it's for the best. But this is a little bit different because they've just put these wire railings here, and it makes the harbour seem more open, and it makes it feel kind of closer, and I like that. So yeah, this is all very new, and it's quite nice. It is quite nice. I've just tested the YouTube chat, and that is working. I'm not sure if the Twitch chat is working today. I have been having problems with Streamlabs and getting the chat to actually appear on the screen. So I hope it's working properly. Let me just have a look here. See if there's anybody in the chat. Nobody here just yet, but that's fine. This will be recorded, so, you know, you can watch these videos at a later date. But yeah, this is obviously not for me because it says go, run, run, stop. I think the word stop is suitable for me rather than run. Slow down. That's definitely for me. Take a break. Yeah, I think I'll be doing that at some point. Over the other side of the harbour, over there. Hey Parvesh, how are you doing? Hold on a second. I can't quite see what you said. Okay, I've got you on screen now. I can see the chat. Yeah, sorry if this isn't... I can see that the camera isn't perfectly straight, and I'm sorry for that. It is tipping a little bit to the one side. But yeah, over here, so this is Hong Kong Island, and you can see like all of the skyscrapers here. Some of these are really old. So this area here is Causeway Bay, which is like a shopping area. There's a lot of retail and shopping malls and things like that, even by Hong Kong standards. And there's a lot of shops in Hong Kong anyway. But Causeway Bay is definitely a shopping area. Over here, you'll see an area called Wan Chai, which is a little bit of an older area. But there's a lot of... we've actually gone on a walk in Wan Chai. Hey Ashaz, how are you doing? It's nice to see you here. We're just going for a little bit of a walk around Hong Kong. And over here, in the distance, you can see that tall building. That is IFC. I believe it is the second tallest building in Hong Kong. And the tallest building is over there, the ICC. So we have IFC and ICC. And together they have this kind of, you know, two towers thing going on, where they kind of act as like a gateway to Victoria Harbour, which is what we're looking at right now. And there is the Convention and Exhibition Centre, which we will have a walk over to in just a second. Okay, let's keep going. We have taken a break, as the ground has told us to do, and we're going to keep walking just down here. I haven't been here before. This is my first time walking here, and because this is new, it is incomplete. They've opened part of it, and the rest of it will be opened a little bit later on. I'm hoping that they're going to get some, like, oh goodness, it is still winter here in Hong Kong, and these are probably the only snowmen that we can possibly have here. It doesn't snow in Hong Kong. Sometimes we get a little frost, but that's about it. You know, we don't get snow here. I guess if it was the coldest day of the year and you were on the tallest peaks of Hong Kong early in the morning, you might get a little bit of ice, but that's about it really. Okay, this is the end of what they've constructed so far. As I said in another video, eventually they're trying to build these harbour fronts all the way around Hong Kong Island, or at least to make it walkable all the way around Hong Kong Island, which would be pretty nice. I know there's some parts where they probably won't be able to open up the harbour front, but they're building them pretty much everywhere. It's really nice. But yeah, this is the Wan Chai harbour front, and let's head back over towards where we were before, because I think there's going to be some nice things to see. Now, if you look here, all this land here, everything here that you're looking at, all the way, you know, back there, this is all new. This is reclaimed land. So, you know, if you went back 20 years ago, this would all be harbour. The pier that you see over there in the distance is way farther forward than the pier used to be. So we are walking on what used to be water. And if you look back there at those skyscrapers, even that is not the original harbourfront. Even that is reclaimed land. So to get back to the original harbourfront, you're looking at way behind those buildings in the distance. So yeah, it is, especially on Hong Kong Island, there is so much reclaimed land that it's kind of ridiculous. But, you know, land is at a premium here in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a smallish island with, you know, a larger piece over there, which is attached to mainland China. That's Kowloon. And there are other islands around. but there isn't that much land that you can build on. And because this is the city center, you know, they want more land for offices and shops and, you know, for people to live in. So the island is slowly getting bigger and bigger. The harbor is slowly getting smaller and smaller. But there is still a harbor here. This used to be a lot busier as well. Quite often you would have like cruise ships and things like that. There is a cruise ship over there in the distance. I don't think you can see it, but you know, there's no cruises these days. And right over there, I'm not sure if you can see it, you can see the Star Ferry coming across the harbor. Let's keep going, shall we? I hope we can have a nice walk today. I was hoping that the weather would be a little bit nicer. It's a little bit overcast, a little bit hazy, but there are blue skies in the distance coming just for you guys. If you want to try some traditionally Hong Kong eats over there. Okay, so we're going to head over towards the Convention Exhibition Center, which is over there in the distance. Over here, under that giant Chinese billboard, is the SPCA, if you ever want to adopt a cat or a dog. This is the headquarters of the Hong Kong SPCA. But yeah, it's about 1:30 here at Victoria Harbour. What time is it where you're at? I'm not sure how many people are watching this right now. If you are watching it, then feel free to say hello in the chat. We are being recorded live on youtube.com/ well, a random bunch of letters and numbers, and on twitch.tv/Anthony Kelly Yip. So if you do say hello in the chat, it should be permanently embedded in the video here. I have had problems with the chat so far, using Streamlabs on mobile. So if I'm not seeing your comments, then I'm really sorry about that. You can see how this isn't finished yet. They're still painting the, whatever it is they're painting here. Hey Ashaz, you're on Twitch. Oh, wonderful Ashaz, thank you. So now I can see that the Twitch chat is working and the YouTube chat's working too. That's really great. So yeah, a lot of people kind of can't travel these days. So I think it's nice to share some videos of where I am. Just in case you ever want to come here, you can see what it's like. I mean, I think it's nice. Ashaz says play Pokemon Go. I'm not going to play Pokemon Go right now. I haven't really got enough time. I wanted to do this walk first. And yeah, I haven't really been playing Pokemon Go much this week. I have been a little bit busy. Hold on a second, we're just going to get past this bus station here. By the way, if you come to Hong Kong, the taxis on Hong Kong Island are all red as they are in Kowloon. But if you go to other parts of Hong Kong, you'll get different colored taxis. Also, here in Hong Kong, it's like 95%, more than 95% of our buses are these great big double-deckers, these noisy six-wheeled double-deckers. Hold on, Ashaz says, you've caught a shiny Groudon? Me too. Not on raid hour. I did a Groudon raid on Tuesday, and my very first Groudon was a shiny. I haven't got a shiny Kyogre yet though, so I hope to get one of those. I was doing a few raids this morning, But yeah, I haven't really done any Pokemon Go streaming this week. I might do one a little bit later on, but yeah, not right now. You're hunting for the shiny Kyogre. Me too. Me too. Okay, guys, we are going to walk over to all of these places. The Wan Chai Ferry Pier, public observation deck. We probably won't go up to the observation deck. Golden Bauhinia Square, and the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Centre. That's my plan for today, is to go for a walk around here. So let's just get through the bus station and head on over to Wan Chai proper. Well, the Wan Chai harbourfront anyway. It's very pink here. It's very pink. Look at this. They've just put these up as a temporary thing because this is a construction site that we're walking through. But I think it's kind of nice that they've made something of an attraction out of what is essentially just a temporary walkway. I mean, they didn't have to do it this nicely, but yeah, it is very, very pink here. And it has become a photo opportunity. Hold on. I'm stopping just for a second while some people take a photo. Okay. Let's keep going. It's actually a little bit hot right now. I don't think I need this scarf. It is that awkward time in Hong Kong where in the mornings and the evenings it's a little bit too cold, and then in the daytime it's a tiny bit too hot. Ashaz says the surprise Pokemon is the 3 legendary dogs. Again, we've already done these guys. Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. I can't remember how to say that in English. Yeah. Oh, very pink over here. Really? That's the surprise Pokemon? In case you don't know, in Pokemon Go, they have different raid bosses that you can attack and that you can catch. And they rotate them. And they said that there was going to be some surprise raid bosses. According to Ashaz, the surprise raid bosses are Pokemon that we've already seen. Okay. We are not taking the Star Ferry today, but if we were, we would be taking it here. Ashaz says YouTubers have confirmed it. Okay, okay. Not much of a surprise, but that's fine. I think they already have shinies though, right? I seem to recall them already having shiny variants available. I was hoping it would be something new. Oh, we've just missed the ferry. You can see the ferry floating off there in the distance. I was hoping that we would see it parked up here. Now, way over there, and that is actually a helicopter pad. And I think if we saw a helicopter landing here, on the one hand, it would be nice to see a helicopter landing. On the other hand, normally when helicopters land here, it is the search and rescue helicopters. So let's say somebody was up in the mountains and they got hurt, and the search and rescue, oh hello, I'm not sure what this is. Just found myself a little cubicle. I don't know what that's for. There's just this box on the side of the harbour. Yeah, so if a helicopter does land over there, it's likely a search and rescue helicopter that is landing here, and then you know, the patient, whoever got hurt, would get transferred to an ambulance and then get taken off to hospital. So yeah, we don't really want to see a helicopter landing there, unless it's just training or something, and then that's not too bad, is it? Ashaz says, which legendary dog do you like? Entei. I think it's Entei. So this giant building here, you can't really get a feel for what it looks like from the side. It's got a great big glass front over there that we can have a look at in a second. Hey Ashaz, you're now following me. I thought you were already following me. Thank you for the follow, by the way. So this convention exhibition center here, they have a lot of, you know, cool events normally. Most of the events were cancelled in 2020. I imagine more events will be cancelled in 2021. But they have a very nice book fair here every year. There is an anime and manga, cosplay, comic book fair that they do here every year that I have never been to. I feel like I'm a little bit too old for cosplay. And when I was, I mean, I don't know whether age should be a factor there, but I feel like I shouldn't be doing cosplay. But if I had discovered cosplay when I was like a teenager, I would be up for it. I would love it. Oh, there you go. You can see the ferry coming in here to the Wan Chai Ferry pier. So that will take you from here to Kowloon side. This pier feels kind of like it's in the middle of nowhere right now. Like the nearest buildings are way over there in the distance. And yeah, it feels like it's in the middle of nowhere. That said, they are building a lot here. I'm not sure what this is going to be, what this construction site is going to be. But I guess it's future-proofed. I guess. But you know, when there's tourists here, it's useful. Most people visiting Hong Kong will take the Star Ferry. It's a nice journey. It is inexpensive. And you can get over to Kowloon side and back over to Hong Kong. They also do concerts here at the at this exhibition center. But they normally do smaller concerts because I don't think they actually have a real concert floor, like a concert hall. So they will put the concerts on in the exhibition center. Bro, are there any dogs on the streets of Hong Kong? Now, if you're talking about like stray dogs, street dogs, not that many. Not that many. If you're talking about pets, we're going to see pets around. I think once we get over there, let's keep going. Hold on. I think once we get to the harbourfront over here, that we're going to see some dogs. Hopefully we'll see some dogs in a second. But there are not that many stray dogs about. You do see stray cats, but not that many stray dogs. I did actually go to see a concert here. So yeah, sorry, it's a little bit noisy. Hello? There you go, Ashaz. Your first dog. Ashaz says, is Hong Kong a good city? Now, how are we defining a good city? It's very clean. As you can see, it is a very clean place to live. It's a very safe place to live. There is very little kind of crime or anything. So, for example, I'm walking around here with, you know, a not inexpensive smartphone here on a not inexpensive little gimbal, walking around, holding it in front of me. And, you know, I'm not afraid that somebody's going to steal it. You will see people on the bus or on the train just taking out their laptops and doing work, and they're not afraid that people will steal it. So in terms of like street crime and petty crime, there isn't that much here. It is quite a safe place to live. And, you know, I'm saying that as an adult male. So, you know, I think that different people have different experiences, and it also depends on exactly like where you're living. There are some areas of Hong Kong that are not quite as safe as others. But in general, it is a super, super safe city with very, very little in the way of crime. But, you know, sorry, I think the same can be said for like a lot of modern Asian cities. Is New York good or Hong Kong? I have never been to New York, Ashaz. I haven't. But, you know, if I compare it to somewhere like London, and London's a nice place to live. I know a lot of people who love living in London, but some parts of London are pretty dirty. Like litter is a problem that we have in the UK that you don't really see here in Hong Kong. Also, like, I would say that places like London are less safe than Hong Kong. Hold on a second. Now this is what I was talking about before, where back there on the other, oh, hold on, here's your helicopter pad. But like most of the harbourfront has these kind of like thick concrete and metal barriers and things. So what we saw back there, which was just literally a metal railing, is a little bit unusual. Just a little bit. Okay, here is the front of our convention and exhibition centre. Ashaz says you've been to Spain. How was that? I've never been to Spain either. Is it a nice place to visit? And you've been to New York? No way. I'd like to go to New York. Hold on a second. No, there's some people. Oh dear, there's someone sitting here. I was hoping that I could get a photo with that guy, with the statue. Maybe I can sneak up. My camera, okay, then my camera has changed. Hey, Moise here. Hold on a second, guys. Here we are, this is our first statue of the day. I'm not going to stay too long. I don't even know what that one is. I imagine it's from some comic book or something like that. But I'm not sure what that statue is. Spain is a good place to visit. Spain's a good place to visit for Pokemon Go. All the spoofers seem to be there. Yeah, I've never been to Spain. I have been to France. I've been to a couple of airports in Europe in transit. But I've probably done more traveling out here in East Asia than I did back in Europe. But I would like to go to the States. I would like to see more European countries as well. But, oh, we see a helicopter. I wonder if they're going to land. Coming in. It looks a little bit too high to be coming into land. France is a good place too. Are you guys seeing like a black bar in the middle of the screen? I'm going to see whether I can get rid of that. Hold on a second. Can I get rid of that bar? Oh, I think I've destroyed the whole is the whole chat still here? Okay, so the helicopter is not coming to land over here. It's circling over there. So we're not going to see a helicopter landing. I'm going to keep my eyes open for a few more dogs though. What's this? This guy with nunchucks? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, wait. Okay, so what you're seeing here, this guy has got these pieces of paper and these little paper tigers. And this is something in Chinese that they call Da Xiu Yan. Da Xiu Yan. What does that mean? Xiu Yan is like, I mean, literally it means small people, but it's basically people that you don't like. And there is I mean, you can still do this. You can literally do this. There are these elderly women, I think they're all women, who sit under a bridge in Causeway Bay, and you will tell them the name of someone who you don't like for whatever reason. Maybe it's your evil boss. Maybe it's an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend who has upset you. And they will write down the name on a piece of paper, and they do this ceremony which involves beating up the name of that person. As far as I know, that is as much as I know of it. I've never done it. I think it's like a low-key curse that you can put on someone. But yeah, let's have a look what it says here. Okay, we have the artist profile. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about... oh, hey, the name of this character is Hei Long. Shi Hei Long. Ashaz says your channel is good. Thank you, Ashaz. That's so kind of you. This is a main character in a comic called Oriental Heroes. Okay. I didn't know that. I don't know much about Hong Kong comics or things like that. But maybe we're going to find out a little bit as we walk around here. Okay, I see another statue. Over there in the distance, you might be able to see the big Ferris wheel. There's a large Ferris wheel over there in Central that we went to the other day. Oh, the helicopter's back. Not sure where they're going. Okay, what have we got here? We have got a child on a rocking horse. Let's have a look. Cowboy was created in Wong's 4-panel comic series in the 1970s and 80s. The whole series came in 40 volumes, telling interesting stories that happened to Cowboy's family, especially between the father and the son. That's who I'm assuming these guys are. I'm assuming this is the father and the son. The comic work also reflected the social condition in Hong Kong. Wong managed to tell stories vividly with only pictures. Okay, the comics sometimes go with short titles, but rarely with words. Oh, my Streamlabs logo is back. That shouldn't even be here. Can I try and get rid of it? Sorry, this the Streamlabs logo that keeps appearing on my screen kind of upsets me. It shouldn't be here. Maybe I can move it. Nope, still here. Let's keep going, shall we? Oh, and it seems like there's nothing here. I don't know whether there's anything further around that corner. So let's go up to the higher level. Oh, there is more. There's definitely more. Let's keep going. Now, it is not crowded at all these days because this is, you know, the harbourfront is still a touristy area. And like, I think there's no exhibitions going on here at the exhibition centre at all right now. Wow, that's imposing. But there's no exhibitions going on at the exhibition centre. And there's no tourists coming in right now. And there's no tour groups coming to Hong Kong. So, yeah, a lot of places that are not crowded on my videos might be more crowded if you actually came to visit Hong Kong. Oh, I recognize this guy. This is another comic that I have never read. Okay, this is Old Master Q. Lo Fu Zi. Old Master Q. The almighty Old Master Q conquers the sky and the sea. Readers call him the Chinese Superman. Really? Chinese Superman? But yeah, this is a very popular comic in Hong Kong. The lowly Old Master Q is both good and bad. He upholds traditional Chinese values, but struggles amid Chinese and Western cultures. Old Master Q has no lack of friends, apart from Big Dumb, Mr. Chun, Old Chew, and his girlfriend, Ms. Chan. He also has the acquaintance of many female friends, pets, monsters, and even aliens. Okay. I nearly tripped just then. I'm just imagining falling over live on stream. Okay, off there, right there, that is the Hong Kong government building, where you will find the legislative councillors and the chief executive doing all of their work. And that building right there, that belongs to the People's Liberation Army. It used to be a Royal Navy building, I believe, back in colonial days. And then it was handed over to the People's Liberation Army when reunification happened in 1997. Or handover. Reunification, the return. So like a lot of the buildings you can see over there in the distance, with all that glass and steel, like this is a grade A office. These are grade A office buildings. At the back there, that point in the middle there, that is the Bank of China building, which I think used to be the tallest building like outside of North America, like in the world. I think, I might be wrong. The harbour is actually a lot cleaner than it used to be. So much cleaner than it used to be. We have more. We have more comic things to look at. Thank you for joining me, Ashaz. I don't know this one. To be honest, I'm sorry, world. I don't think I know any of these. Some of these characters I recognize. I mean, I know that I've seen them before, but I don't know them. Let's have a look at this one. This is Cherry. The female protagonist, Cherry, in Feel 100 is a straightforward, intelligent, and confident woman with a little bit of childlike innocence. I think Feel 100. Was that made into a movie? Maybe? Maybe? There's nobody here. Well, there's that one guy. This pattern on this cup is the traditional Hong Kong takeaway cup pattern. It's like all restaurants use the same supplier. Yeah, this is quite nice. If this were a normal year, there would be coaches. There would be so many like tour buses lined up over where we came in. And this area would just be full of people taking photos. But today, it's just me and you, Ashaz. We are the only ones here. We're the only ones here. Well, that's quite interesting. So over there is one statue that looks like those model kits that you can buy. You know those model kits where you can pop them out from a piece of plastic and paint them yourself? That's quite nice. I don't know what this is. This is, the name of the character is K. K is the story of a Chinese agent refitted from the 007 structure with the inclusion of light jokes in his exciting tasks. Like James Bond, K retains a loose and romantic attitude and a hero-like character who shares humans' weakness, okay? While his Chinese identity is highlighted in the story. I didn't know about K. A nanoblock penguin. I like this one. I don't know what this is, but it's very cool looking. The 8 Enigmas. Okay. This whole stream is just me walking around saying, I don't know what this is. And I don't know what that is. I hope you're enjoying it anyway. This is Dao Jin Hu Ling Lan. That's what it says there. Fu Ling Lan. In blood and steel. Ling Lan is a swordswoman from the country of Samo in Japan, who masters the skill in fighting along with Odachi. Brave and persistent, the heroine travels to China to find Jing Liet, who turns his back on her engagement. She married him in the end. So, yeah, the warrior woman story that becomes a marriage story. Oh, I just realized that you're upside down. Okay, this is Shadow. A key role in A Man Called Hero is a swordsman under pride. Hero was master. Wearing a mask all the time, Shadow had his face disfigured and lost both his arms. Okay, that's quite sad. Oh, so his sleeves are just hanging? Poor Shadow. I mean, like, he looks happy, but that's just a mask. A Man Called Hero is a comic book that was made into a movie. Yeah, there were a few Hong Kong comic book movies like 20 years ago with what at the time looked like very good, like, computer generated effects, but nowadays would probably look quite quaint. This is Samba, a wild child who comes from the forest and lives in the city. So like Tarzan, maybe? No, like the Jungle Book. Who have we got here? I'm going to skip past that one because we have people talking and head over to this one. Oh, this is nice. Okay. Wanchai, this first one is a comic book and movie series that was quite popular in Hong Kong. The Sound of Music, not the sound of music. This is quite cute. I'll try and get some photos of this later on. Oh, okay, there is a map actually showing us everybody. So we have different sections here. Hong Kong Dreams, which includes, wait, Wind? Is Wind the guy with the fan? Okay. I didn't recognize him. The very first character that we saw is from a comic book in English that's called Tin Ha. And there was also a movie starring Aaron Kwok as this character, Wind. Although that statue doesn't look very much like Aaron Kwok. If you want to know who any of these people are, this will tell you. Thing is, like outside of Hong Kong, I don't think that Hong Kong comics are that popular. I mean, I'm sure there's people like around the world who are really interested in them. But I don't think they've had the same kind of cultural impact that you would get with like American comic books or Japanese comic books. There's a lot of manga fans in the world, and you know, a lot of like Marvel and DC fans around the world. But I don't know. I mean, I think that for people who grew up in a Chinese household, they might have more of an affinity with these characters. But I hadn't seen any of these before I came to Hong Kong. I hadn't heard of any of them. The only ones I think that I might have heard of would be this guy over here, Wind, who I didn't recognize. Yeah, I think that's the only one that I would recognize. And that's because I'd seen the movie. And I was particularly interested in Hong Kong movies, you know, back in the 1990s. So for me, like I imagine that, you know, people who haven't people who are not particularly interested specifically in like Hong Kong entertainment and Hong Kong culture, they might not know a lot of these. But there's a lot of them, and I think for people living in Hong Kong, they will definitely know those characters. Maybe I'm just not the best guide. There are tour buses here, but I don't think anyone's on tour. They're probably just parked. There is actually a flag raising ceremony that they do here. I don't think it's a daily thing. I think it might be a weekly thing. Don't quote me on any of this. But if you ever see like flag raising ceremonies in Hong Kong, it's here. This is where they do it. You'll notice here that the Chinese flag is actually a little bit higher than the Hong Kong flag, and it's a little bit larger too. I think there are some protocols where there are rules about how high you raise the flags and how big the flags may be. So the Hong Kong flag is the smaller, lower one on the left, and the Chinese flag is the bigger one on the right. And over here, this is the Golden Bauhinia. Now, make no mistake, this is not a pak choy. This is not pak choy. This is not a Chinese vegetable, even though it looks a little bit like it. This is the Golden Bauhinia statue. Let's have a look. So this is commemorating the return of Hong Kong to China back on July the 1st, 1997. And yeah, you often see this statue. There's this golden statue in, you know, news reports talking about Hong Kong. And this is, let me just have a look here. It is, okay, the official name is the Forever Blooming Bauhinia sculpture. Okay, so the Bauhinia is a flower, and it's not golden, it's purple. And the Hong Kong Bohemia is a flower native to Hong Kong. If you buy a purple Hong Kong Bohemia flower, I think that all of them were cultivated from the same like individual flower that is in the Hong Kong Botanical Gardens. And it is, you know, as a Hong Kong specific flower, it has become like a symbol for the city. So you will see the Hong Kong Bohemia on the flag. If you look over there at the flag of Hong Kong, I'm not sure if you can see it clearly, but there is a 3-petal flower, and that is actually, you know, representing this flower, this Bohemia. So yeah, it is a purple flower, although here it is gold in front and white over there in the back. But anyway, I think that's about it for our tour of the new Wan Chai waterfront. I mean, this section here, this is quite old here. I mean, the statue was put there in 1997. But you know, they're opening it up and making it a lot more walkable and a lot nicer for tourists when they eventually come back. So yeah, if you ever do have a trip to Hong Kong, then come and visit Golden Bauhinia Square. Or don't. Maybe you'll watch this video and you'll think, I've already seen this, I don't need to go there now. In which case you can go to another part of Hong Kong. But anyway, it's been really nice to see you. Thank you for joining me, Ashaz, and anyone else who's lurking in the comments. And yeah, I'll be back another time with another video walking around Hong Kong. So take care, everybody. Bye-bye.